Hey guys, you're on tour in Europe now, right? You're playing in the Melkweg, totally sold out.
Yeah.
Did you expect it? I mean,
No.
Well,
No.
we play in Holland a lot. We DJ here a lot, and the shows are always really, really big. I think we have a pretty strong following in Holland because dance music is really big out here, and we've always been really well supported in Holland. So I was expecting this show. I was kind of just assuming this show was going to be one of the big ones because we do come here a lot, and it's always such a really good audience. What else have we done though? We've just done 6 in a row, and this is our 99th show tonight.
congratulations.
Thank
Where are you going tomorrow, actually?
Day off in Cologne. So the 100th gig is in Cologne in 2 days.
Our day off should have been in Amsterdam, but for some reason our management has made our day off.
Why?
I don't understand why.
We're in Cologne. Well, they've got a really, really nice cathedral in Cologne. I think we're going to get some history. Do you think so?
Yeah. We'll go to some museums instead of spending a day in instead of spending a day in Amsterdam.
Well, they serve good beer in Germany, so I mean,
But there's nothing to do here at all.
no, boring.
Really boring.
I'm just looking out the window here, and it just seems like a city that's not alive.
Oh, shite. Anyway, you guys did a Coldplay cover, and I was actually, personally, I'm done with Coldplay. I thought their third album was like not the album I hoped. I mean, those guys took a break for like 3 years, so I hope for something better. Yet you covered a song of them, and it turned out better than the original.
Well,
It shows that they write good songs, but I mean,
they're very good. Just because they're Coldplay doesn't mean the songs are crap, because they are very good songwriters.
They're brilliant songwriters.
Very, very good. So
why did you cover Coldplay? Because I mean,
okay,
I expected you guys to think the same as me, like, well, their music is boring. You've seen it, and
We do, and that was the charm. I think that was the beauty part, was picking a song that you wouldn't expect us to be able to cover and covering it. Basically, what happens is Radio 1 in the UK have a program that runs during the day called the Live Lounge, and they invite certain bands on to play some tunes live, and they ask them to pick from, I've forgotten it again.
the playlist, the A-list.
The A-list. So you get
Over the last year.
So as a fun thing, they get you to pick a song to do a cover from their A-list over the last year, and then there was hundreds of tunes on there that we could have picked, but I think they're all a bit too obvious, so we thought we'd pick something that was just completely out there for us and just see what we could do with it. And
of course you can find it illegally on the web, but you guys also give it legally away on your own website, or how does it work?
just
Well, it's been released on a CD now. It's the best of the Live Lounge, and they've got so many different. You've got loads of different acts doing it, because every act that goes on the show does a cover version as well. And they've released a CD, and it's on, and our version's on it. So it's just pretty nice. So
There's a total different thing. But I was, of course, looking through the web and checking out all their music and everything I could find. And at some point, I remember the band that I talked to way back in '94. They played Pink Pop.
Yeah.
Sensor. Do you guys know Sensor at all?
Sensor.
Sensor, yeah, they're from England.
Yeah, I remember them. Yeah,
They're back, actually.
Really?
I happened to come on their website. They're back.
Really? I did not know that. We've been away for most of this year on tour, so we've missed everything that's going on.
Is your mom calling?
yeah, she's my mum's calling. No, I was just switching it off.
There you go. But you guys, did you know Sensor? Or I mean,
Yeah, not personally, but yeah.
you know the music.
Yeah.
'Cause you guys have been compared to like almost any band, I think.
Yeah, I
But
think.
not Sensor.
Yeah. Well, let's compare us now to Sensor.
What do you think? Is it bullshit or?
I think we sound like Sensor.
I haven't heard them, I don't think.
So it's impossible.
Well, yeah.
Just checking it out.
No, I don't think we do.
What do you think of all those comparisons, actually? Because doesn't it bore you?
You can't avoid comparisons, especially when you're a new band. So,
Yeah.
I mean, people like to be able to classify things. I think it's part of the human condition. So, you know, we're gonna get compared to this band and compared to that band, and some of them are good, some of them are not so savoury.
Yeah, I'm in the band and I can't classify the music. I don't know what the hell it is. You know,
So where's it going? Because I mean, you guys took crazy steps.
yeah.
It's going to go in a different direction to the last thing, because that's kind of what we do, is we don't want to repeat ourselves. So whatever that is what it'll be.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be drum and bass. Because I mean, you left that way behind. I think it's. Am I wrong to say that your music is not drum and bass?
Not anymore, but at the core of it, it's still going to be electronic music, definitely.
Yeah, because we're not part of any scene, you see. Well, anymore.
The party scene.
Yeah, it's on. We've got
Amsterdam party scene.
yeah, that's where we are. We've got our own little niche and little corner of electronic rock music, and I don't know what it's called. So yeah.
Where do you guys want to go? I mean, you're pretty sure about electronic music. Why is that?
Because that's just I guess the whole basis behind this project. When Rob and I formed it, was we're massive electronic music fans. We always have been, as well as being rock and metal fans. But at the core of Pendulum is definitely electronic music. I mean, in silico means born of silicon, born synthetically. Made from machine, which is, I think, the real core of this project.
Why? Could you elaborate on that?
Sorry?
Could you elaborate on that?
It was the whole computer aspect of the writing and the recording of the music. A lot of the sounds are generated from the computer and just recorded onto the computer. So that's what in silico means. Yeah, it's from the computer. Even though there's a lot of organic live stuff being inputted into the computer, but it's still output. Still via computer.
And then if you bring it live, it's not computer sounding anymore. It sounds like a band.
It is. That's the whole beauty part of the live set, is that it's all completely processed and digitized by the computers, even though we're playing live instruments into them.
So you guys all play with click tracks, or how do you do?
Yeah, we have a click track, but all the processing of all the different instruments is done by the computers.
I mean, if you play guitar on those tunes, you have to be so fucking tight. It's impossible. I mean, if you miss a note, the whole song is ruined.
Well, we like that though, because then.
What happens then? I mean,
well, we are a very very tight band, but
if I smash into Ben, or if Childish breaks a drum skin, or Perry breaks a string, that note stops. But we kind of like that because that makes it real, and I guess shows the audience that we're not a band that's pushing buttons on a hard drive and just sort of miming.
When we make a mistake, you bloody hear it. Sorry.
I was wondering, would you guys ever consider releasing a live album or putting your live music on the web? Or?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of things on the web already.
There's a whole EP, I guess, from the iTunes Festival, which is available on iTunes. Yeah. That's
about 5 songs, I think. 5 or 6 songs. Yeah,
I think we'd love to do a DVD as well, because we're always developing the visual side of the show as well, because we because the music's on the cutting edge with technology. I think we want the visual side to be as well, so we're always developing that.
I want to delve a little into your history, because you guys started off from Australia.
Yeah,
basically came over to London with no money whatsoever, and
we had a
what
hit
happened?
Tune.
we scored a hit. Yeah.
We had a hit tune already with Volt, which is the first drum and bass tune we made together, and then we kind of caused a bit of a stir in the drum and bass scene. And then we got invited over to come stay, and then I mean, we just sort of built our career from there.
But you were asked to come over to England.
Yeah, I mean, because we signed up to a record label, Breakbeat Chaos, which is DJ Fresh from Bad Company. It's his record label with Adam F. And they sort of gave us a place to stay initially. And
Adam F. signed you guys. I mean, it's like his music is really smooth. Of course, Circles is a brilliant album, but it's totally different than the stuff you guys do.
Yeah, it's more of a jazzy type of smooth tip than. Yeah, but Adam had this label and Pendulum signed to it. Yeah. Well, it was Adam and Fresh, so they both co-owned it.
It's a big step to move. I mean, do you need to go to England to be? Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I don't think we could have got as big as we've got, as quick as we got, if we'd done it from Australia. It's just you can't really conduct much of a musical career when you're 12 hours from anywhere important. But having said that, Australia's paradise. It's a great place to be. I think growing up there was amazing. I think Rob and I would have turned out to be very different musicians, let alone very different people if we'd grown up anywhere else. But we just had to get out of there, because I mean, even when I go back there now, it takes me about 2 weeks before I just feel like I'm missing something. I haven't got my finger on the pulse.
When's the last time you had a suntan?
I don't think I've ever had a suntan. So.
Not in England, you don't.
so Gareth hates the sun, so London is perfect for him. So.
Hey, we have to wrap this up. You guys play tonight at the Melkweg.
Yeah.
You guys coming back? playing bigger venues probably. But
Hopefully, yeah.
is Tour still is coming back to Holland?
Holland's always a destination for us. We've always got big audiences out here. We love it. So
Many questions on your website actually from people from Russia and Czechoslovakia, etc., to come to Eastern Europe. Would you consider that?
Well, we started off this European tour in Slovakia, and the last gig is in Czech Republic. And we played Budapest just last week. So we have played in the Eastern Europe as well. So, yeah.
Thank you guys very much. Have a good show.
Thank you.
cheers.